watching Movie Guide. I'm Cheryl Crisp, your host for Backstage Pass. This time of year can be so challenging and busy. Sometimes it's hard to keep the original intent of the holiday. We spoke with Christian music artists Toby Mac, Britt Nicole, and Holland to find out how they keep Christ in Christmas.
I just think that Christ is throughout our house year round. So when Christmas comes around, it's just so obvious. One of the things I hear my wife say sometimes is, isn't this crazy? It's Jesus' birthday, but you get the gifts, you know what I mean? Like to our kids. And I don't know, I think we read the story of Christ's birth in Luke, and that's one of the things we do. But I really think it's the way you live year round. But at Christmas, just to stop and take some time to recognize what this season is all about is really special. And I think it's a perfect time to, as a dad, to talk to your kids about Jesus. I do all the time, but it's an easy time for any dad that doesn't all the time, or any mom that does all the time, but you have a desire to. Maybe it's not as much the center of your household. Well, here's the moment. It's when the whole world kind of recognizes that Jesus was born on this day. And it's a great time to use to let them know what you believe.
My family keeps Christ in Christmas by just being together and reading the Christmas story before we do anything on Christmas morning. Like every Christmas morning, since I can remember, since I was born, we would all get together and we'd take turns every year and read the Christmas story and just reflect. Before we open any gifts, before we say a word, we all come together and we pray and we say, Lord, thank you for this time, because it's not about us and it's not about the gifts. It's not even about, a Christmas tree ornament. It's not about the lights. It's about you. And we come together and we realize that and we humble ourselves before the Lord. And I think I just try to say Merry Christmas to everyone that I see. Like if I'm in a store or whatever, I love when people say Merry Christmas, and I just love to share that. And I think you just do it out of love, and you don't have to be super forceful about it, but they'll know that we are Christians by our love. So that's our kind of family tradition, how we keep Christ in Christmas.
My grandfather's a pastor, so just a little bit of kind of what we do at Christmas. We always go to my grandfather's house, and he always made us, from the time I was a baby until now, we would have to read the Christmas story all together. All the grandchildren would have to read it before we were able to open presents or eat or anything. It was like we'd come to the house and we would all be like, no, we want to open presents. But yeah, I think he instilled that in us. And for me, it's just, caught up in, I got to buy gifts for the kids and I got to do this, and the hustle and bustle. I think everyone kind of gets wrapped up in that so easy. But yeah, it kind of hit me this year with all the transition we've been going through as a family this time of year with moving. It's, not something we expected, of just what is this season really about, and we're not in our house yet with our Christmas tree and our presents under the tree and all the things that you think it is, it's not what we are having right now, but what is this season really about? And it's about Christ, and it's about giving to me, so how can I give, how can I love more and show people Christ through that, through how I love them and how I give. So that's something I've been thinking about this season.
Thanks to the artists for taking time between sets to talk to us. For more videos like this, go to movieguide.org.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true.